know the vibes. Another day in the office. All-star right here. You know, another day in the office. School you, school you. That's right. All-star. Braun. Yeah. Yeah. Another day in the office. We just getting that work.
Simple.
Yeah. Road to greatness. J Prince Boxing, Top Rank, ESPN. You know the vibes. Yeah. Nice. 1-2. Bring her back to the castle. Back to the castle.
Yes. Top of the evening, you know the vibes. Rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. We're gonna have a little fun tonight, man. We're not gonna hold back tonight. We're gonna play a lot of different audio, expose a lot of these busters. Yeah, that's what they are, busters. You know, these dudes, and it's not even dudes, man. It's a whole tribe of you dudes on this YouTube community boxing channels. It's a whole tribe of y'all, man. And it's like, yo, enough is enough. You guys need to just start your own league. You feel me? Start your own league, man. Because the things y'all talk about, I listened to this dude today, right? I'm gonna play his audio. Yeah, he talked about different fans, right? And that's how I'm gonna start doing it from now on. When I have time to really kill these dudes off and really get at them, this time to do it. Instead of going in their chat or calling them out in their chat, I'm gonna call them out on my platform now, right? So dude was talking about fans of boxing and all kind of rhetoric that didn't make no sense. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, what about you though? When it comes to Earl Spence, you're talking about Bud Crawford fans and Javante Davis fans, but what about you? Everybody knows you are one of the biggest Earl Spence nut huggers. We're gonna expose that. We're gonna expose that. Let's get to some audio, and I want you to these dudes that talk about Crawford fans, Tank Davis fans, all other fans, but yet when it pertains to them and Earl, they have no answers. Let's just find this. I know it is on here. Yes, here it is right here. Man, these dudes be on for 2 hours talking about Nathan.
Why Elliot thinks he ducked Booker. He didn't fight him.
These dudes be talking about Nathan.
He was a motherfucking lie. Comfortable with his purse. He held that motherfucker up and and boys before about but don't want to tell you.
Listen.
Don't want to tell you about how, according to Oscar De La Hoya, Oscar said that Terrence Crawford came to him and told him that he really want to fight Alexis Rocha, you know what I'm saying, Cocker Rocha real bad. Oscar said, yeah, Terrence Crawford expressed to me that he wants the Cocker Rocha fight bad. They both want to fight each other. They both really want to fight each other. So I don't see why Oscar got a reason to lie if he's trying to get Terrence Crawford to sign with him. If Terrence Crawford ain't already signed with him, he says that Bud want that Cocker Rocha fight. Yeah.
All right, let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right here. These are guys that talk boxing, right? Every single day, right? But yet, when it comes to certain of their favorite fighters, right? There's no accountability held. You still talk. Why? Listen, if you don't like Bud Crawford and how Bud Crawford moves and the things that he's doing in the sport of boxing, why continue to discuss him? Why do you even waste your energy on him? You know why you waste your energy on him? Because unlike your favorite fighter, who you are an idol worship of that you really don't have no inside intel on. Yes, you have no inside intel on that is not active. You want to speak on a fighter that you claim you don't like. Speak on your fighter that you idolize.
What y'all got to say about Oscar De La Hoya coming out snitching on Bud Crawford, saying that Bud Crawford has expressed to him.
All right, let's stop it again. You see what I'm saying? How these dudes are weird, but yet they'll tell you everybody else is weird. Now, last time I checked, snitching, right? Snitching. See, we live in a society today where it's so watered down. He said that Oscar snitched on Bud Crawford. That's what he's alleging, right? So, in order to snitch on somebody, what crime did they commit? Um, who's going to go to jail? Last time I checked, snitching, right? Telling, it involves somebody going to jail, ratting, snitching. But let's move on. See what I'm saying? But these are the guys that you guys love to. Well, not really, because like I said, you YouTubers, bloggers, when it comes to the real business things of boxing, move no needle.
That he wants the cockroach fight bad. That's the fight he really wants. Just saying. What's up?
You're just saying what? Say something about your favorite fighter. When is he fighting? Who is he fighting? See, you dudes been done killed the narrative with Bud. Bud is doing him. When is your favorite fighter gonna fight? You guys are so lost in the sauce, right? That now you're even set tripping on fellow Showtime PBC fighters. Like you was going in on Tank Davis. Let me explain something to you. Whether Tank Davis is carrying a purse, whether he paints his fingernails, I guarantee you, if you've seen him, you wouldn't even had like you're talking that from your crib. You're talking that from your crib. If you was to go to the gym and see Tank Davis, I guarantee you, you would ask for an autograph, a picture. You would turn into the ultimate fan. All of that aggression and disrespect, talking about purses and all that. I guarantee you would not even address him like that. You wouldn't even have the heart. You wouldn't even have the heart to talk that to Tank. But let's move on some
all
more.
the motherfuckers that got all type of shit to say about Errol Spence. Where y'all at? What's up?
Right here. I'm right here.
Y'all ain't got no problem with Eddie Hearn saying Bud told him he wants a cockroach fight. Yeah, ain't got no problem with that.
Now we got a problem.
That's what Oscar said.
Let's stop it again. We got a problem with you and all you so-called boxing channels, right? That all y'all do is just come on here and spew venom, spew hatred. But yet you talk about being a fan of the sport of boxing. No, you're a fan of a fighter that's not fighting. You're mad. You're delusional. Because you're the same guys, right? This guy right here that's talking right now, right? He goes at Blue Blood, he goes at Fred Hawthorne. But once upon a time, yo, they was all cool with you when all you guys were pro PBC guys. But the moment they're not with the emails and the behind the scenes, the narratives and all that, you no longer want to be down with them, or they're no longer down with the program, the code, so to say. Let's continue though.
I also said, look, man, we working on a deal with Bud right now. So hopefully we get the deal worked out before it gotta go to purse bid. But see,
tell them why you mad, dog.
now we're gonna see what's real.
Right? Tell them why you mad,
dog. We're gonna
see
what's real.
Tell them why you mad, dog.
We're gonna see what's really real.
Tell them why you mad, dog.
But if the fight go to purse bid, Bud gonna get like an 80-20 split if the fight go to purse bid. So it would actually work out in Bud's favor if it go to purse bid.
Let's stop it again. Look, you see how he's talking about Bud. Talk about EJ, man. EJ is your God. Why are you worried about what Bud is doing? Worry about what your favorite fighter is doing. That's why I try to tell you guys, when it comes to this YouTube boxing talk every day, these dudes are like weirdos, but they want to call everybody else weirdos. Like, I never seen a community of bloggers that talk about a fighter that they don't like, but yet the fighter that they like, they can't even listen. You can't get no intel on him, man. When is he fighting? Who is he fighting? But you talk about he stays ready. The man been out the ring a year, man, but he stays ready. Well, let's move on some more to this job, Turkey.
Now, if they work out a deal with Golden Boy and Bud don't let it go to purse bid, well, we know what it is. We know that Bud is going to be working with Golden Boy for the foreseen future. He gonna be working with Golden Boy, from now through the future, at least for the next 3 fights. So, we're going to see very, very soon because, like I said, he already showed his hand early. When that purse bid in that fight was mandated, when he don't have a mandatory, when his mandatory don't even come up until May. You ain't got a mandatory that's supposed to come up until May. But you mandated in January? Come on, dog. We see.
Come on, dog. No, come on. Why are you worried about Bud? Look, this dude, I never seen fanatics like he really must be a Bud Crawford fanatic on the low, because that's like I've been trying to tell y'all right now. If you don't like a fighter in the way they move, why talk about them? Focus on Earl. Like, where's your energy at for Earl? Get in contact with Derrick James. See, it is. They're in denial. Earl puts out tweets and disses guys like this. He disses guys like Fanon. He disses guys like Handyman. He disses guys like the other, the rapist, R. Kelly. He's dissing these dudes, man, because these are the guys that they spew venom about Crawford, thinking that it's elevating Earl. No, it's not. It's not, because, like I said, when is Earl fighting? When is your favorite God fighting?
What you doing? But then all these Errol Spence talks behind the scenes. Bud know that if he gets with Golden Boy Promotions, that Errol Spence fight is done. It ain't never happening.
Look, let's stop it right there. I was waiting for him to put his foot in his mouth and say that. He just said if he gets with Golden Boy, the Earl Spence fight is not happening. But Golden Boy just did business with the PBC for Tank and Ryan to fight. Why wouldn't the fight happen? Unless they don't really want the fight to happen. Because remember, when he was with Top Rank, Bob Arum couldn't get the fight done. But yet Bob Arum was able to get a fight done with Fury and Wilder. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. No Earl Spence turns Crawford. Bud became a free agent. How did they move the goalpost then? I remember Sean Porter podcast. I think Sean Porter's on record to saying that Terrence needs somebody to negotiate for him, needs to go in there. So now if he goes to Golden Boy, who has just shown that they just pulled off a big mega fight event, whatever you want to call it, with Showtime PBC. But you got this character stating that the fight won't happen. It can't happen. No, you don't want the fight to happen. They don't want the fight to happen. But y'all are so delusional So delusional, you don't hold your God accountable. Let's go on.
You know what I'm saying? It's never happening. So Bud Crawford, his next move, we gonna see what it really is.
What is Earl's next move?
I don't think that Errol Spence needs to waste any more breath on the goddamn phone with Terrence Crawford. He don't need to waste no more motherfucking his vocal cords and his breath talking to Terrence Crawford on the phone. For what? Nigga, when you had a deal, you said you agreed to it.
What deal? What deal did he have?
This is it.
What deal?
Sign this motherfucker, get the hell on.
What deal did he have?
I don't got time to be fucking around with you no more.
What deal did he have?
Sign it or get the hell on.
See, this is the gibberish that you get from YouTube. What deal?
Specs in the building. He says, singing.
What deal?
La Cockroacha, La Cockroacha. Hey, you know.
See, yeah, this is the gibberish that you get from YouTube. What deal did he have? What deal did he have? You see how these so-called bloggers, right? They know so much about the ins and outs, but yet, who was your favorite fighter fighting, buddy? Like I said, when I have time, that's how I'm gonna really start murdering these dudes now, man. Like tonight, I got time on a Friday night. You know, the boys is getting geared up to go off to nationals in Detroit in the D. So I got a little bit of time. I don't have to be at the gym tonight. So I got a little time. So I said, why don't I come over here and dissect the other guy? The other guy. He said the fight had never happened. Because y'all don't want the fight to happen, man. You know, y'all keep moving the goalposts, but yet, when is your boy, when is your guy going to fight?
But like I said, man, y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. William Old School says, I would never buy another Duck Crawford fight again. I'm not paying for none of his fights again.
Yeah, listen to the confusion. Look.
And he fights Errol Spence. Cause I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna say never again.
Okay.
But unless he fight Errol Spence,
okay,
I'll pay to see him fight Virgil Ortiz.
Okay.
Jerron Boots Ennis, Jermell Charlo, or somebody like that. Other than that, I'm not paying I wouldn't pay to watch his ass fight if he outside my doorstep. If he ain't fighting nobody that's worthy of him fighting.
Dude can't even talk,
he should
man.
be fighting.
Yeah, you hear this, man? This is the gibberish that you get from YouTube boxing channels, man. Gibberish.
Chappie, what's happening with? I see you in the building.
Gibberish talk.
Diana says, honestly, I think it's unfortunate. She says, I do like Bud. I do believe he's elite, but he just don't want it. Yeah, he is elite. You know, I do agree with you. He is elite fighter, Diana.
Yo, now he agrees that he's elite, but see, you can't. You gotta. You know what? See, with me, I guess I'm a real boxing dude, man. So when I listen to these guys, like I said, I listen to everybody. But when I listen to these dudes, I'll be like, yo, they be calling dudes weirdos. They call dudes all kind of stuff on their platform. But then when you really listen to them, it's like, dude, you're the real weirdo. Now he is elite. Now he is elite, right? Now he is elite. But just a second ago, I'm just let him keep continuing on. Listen.
But I also think that he is, you know, he's been hyped up so much, he's afraid to lose his L. I mean, he's afraid to lose his W. You know?
Wow. I had to stop that. He just said, all right. He just said that last time I checked, right? And y'all already know the energy of him. I'm Team Tucker. But I also am I do the blogging thing, the media thing, the real thing though, you know. But this guy just said that former undisputed champion at 140, a title holder at 135, a belt holder at 147. So that makes him a 3-division undisputed champion in one of those divisions is a hype job. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. Shout out to Fistiana Fights in the building. Appreciate you stopping through. Pablo what is it, Escobar? The love for Spence is unbelievable. I'm nothing against Spence, but it's only love for him. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm gonna get to more of that. Watch. Let it play out.
He's afraid to have an L on his record. You feel me? Because he's been hyped up so much. And he got the whole Omaha behind his back. I think he got a whole lot of, he feels that so many people have said that he's unbeatable, that he is untouchable, that he's the best, he's this, and like they really believe.
Don't they say the same thing about Spence?
That shit, especially if you're coming out of the Omaha area, right? And he knows
this dude is a real goofball.
Some of these guys, he knows that he's subject to lose. So he much rather just keep his W and never lose.
His W.
You know what I'm saying? He much rather keep that W and never lose than to fight some of these real killers.
You mean keep his O? Keep his O. Get your terms right.
You can win, you can lose, but he's not putting himself in those fights. He's not gonna put himself in that position to take an L. Saying that
this is what's wrong with boxing. With YouTube boxing.
His ego is too big to be able to handle taking the loss.
His ego, the man has lost in the amateurs. The man has lost. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's like that in every sport. It's like let's talk about like LeBron James and a lot of these superstars that can dunk. You know,
Al Money, what's up, my good brother?
They hell of dunkers, but they would never get in the slam dunk contest because their ego was too big and they had too many people looking at them as the greatest and all that. They wouldn't get in the slam dunk contest.
All right, let's stop that. Look, that right there, that comparison just shows you how goofy he is. A dunk contest, right, is a dunk contest. That has nothing to do with your actual overall game. So for you to even attempt to try to compare that to ego, no. See, dudes don't get on the dunk contest because that's not what they want to do. That's not what they want to do. A dunk contest is for dunkers. This because let me see. You know, shout out to my man NYT in the building as well. I was a hooper. So when you got game, you got game. You know, just because a person doesn't want to be in a dunk contest and they're nice at ball all around game, that's what they do. They play ball. They are in-game dunkers. You know, like Dominique Wilkins did his thing in the slam dunk contest, but everybody knows he was an in-game dunker. Vince Carter, same thing, in-game dunker, but he did do the dunk contest. But let's the other guy continue.
Wasn't built like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and those guys. You know? They didn't want to take a one-on-one L. It's okay if they took an L when the whole team was involved, right? But then
Goofy.
One-on-one.
Listen to it, one-on-one.
Something like a slam dunk contest. Things like that.
Let's stop.
We good.
Yeah, he said the slam dunk contest was a one-on-one. No, it's a dunk contest. Just because a dude is nice in the game of basketball doesn't mean he's a slam dunk contestant. See, that's you idolizing these dudes. Like how it's saying when you idolize Earl, and then when you don't get what you want, and you know you don't get what you want, when you talk about their ego, concentrate on Earl, man. Reach out to Team Spence. Maybe if your boy gets back in the ring, you can stop focusing on everybody that you don't like, and you can focus on the fighters that you do like. But let's move on. We got time today.
Why do you think they don't want to get him in it? Because they don't want to have all the press talking about LeBron James just lost in the slam dunk contest.
And if he did?
And I'm just using LeBron as an example because for years and years, LeBron James was pump faking. And he is my favorite ball player that's in the game now. right?
Let's stop it. Look, now I told you, didn't I tell you it was gonna come out? It was gonna come out. See, it was gonna come out. What did he just say? He's his favorite ball player. He's his favorite ball player in the game now. See, so you're selfish because you wanted to see him in the slam dunk contest. See, I told you this. You gotta just listen to these dudes, man. These dudes are weird, but they call everybody else weird, man. They call everybody else weird. No, you dudes are delusional, man. Straight delusional, man. Focus on your God, man. When is your God getting back in the ring? But we're gonna continue on.
Since Kobe retired and everything and then passed, LeBron is my favorite player. But I gotta keep it real. That don't mean I ain't gonna keep it real about it. You know what I'm talking about? He was pump faking for years that he was gonna get in the slam dunk contest.
Never did.
Every year we was like, man, LeBron James said
Never
he
did.
get in it this year.
No, he
man,
didn't.
We can't wait. Then
No, he
never
didn't.
got in it. Why you think he ain't get in it? He didn't want to lose. He didn't want to take that one-on-one L.
A one-on-one L. But last time I checked, it's like 4, 5. How many contestants is in the slam dunk contest? So how's it a one-on-one L? See, break these dudes down. Break them down.
Thing with Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He could fight his ass off. But is he willing to get in the ring and put his skills up against the other fighters that are the best? Right? When anything can happen, when he can lose. Because they on the same level that he is. Or they might be on a level above him. He ain't going to test it out, though. He ain't going to test it. But today, in today's times, your fan base let you get away with that. You know what I'm talking about? See, back when I was coming up, really both fan base didn't let him get away with throwing that belt in the trash and not fighting Lennox Lewis.
Yes, they did.
He still gets criticized for
they
that
did.
shit till this day.
Let's stop it. He said his fan base. He said his fan base didn't let him get away with it. Yes, they did. Did they ever fight? Did they ever fight? Did Riddick Bowe? There's a couple of y'all in here. Somebody answer that question for me. Did Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis ever fight? Right? Watch how I debunk the goofiness once again that these dudes feed y'all goofiness day in and day out. But at the end of the day, the community that they rock with is so, when it really comes to boxing, they're so mute. They're so mute, right? But I'm gonna bust down what he just said, right? He said Riddick Bowe's fan base didn't let him get away with it. Yes, they did, and I'm gonna show you how, right? They never fought, right? Riddick Bowe threw the belt in the trash. They never fought. Riddick Bowe still went on to have a successful career, right or wrong. Multiple fights with Holyfield, Andrew Galata, the list goes on, right? Never fought Lennox Lewis. Riddick Bowe still had fans. If his fans didn't let him get away with it, right? Or let him get away with it, he would have never had fans. He would have never went on to still been Big Daddy the Great. But let's continue on. Listen to some more goofiness.
We held his feet to the fire. We didn't think that shit was okay. Him throwing that belt in the trash and not never fighting Lennox Lewis. And to this day, we never got that fight.
Exactly. Exactly. So you held him to the fire. You know if you held him to the fire, you would have had the pressure on him to make the fight.
But I believe,
let's stop it. Him and Lennox Lewis did fight in the amateurs. The reason why they didn't fight Goofy, because he knew that he couldn't beat Lennox. He knew that he couldn't beat Lennox. Goofy. But let Goofy continue.
He had lost to Lennox Lewis in the Olympics. He had lost to Lennox Lewis in the amateurs in the Olympics, right? Took an L to him. Then he became a pro, and everybody was putting all that pressure on Riddick Bowe's back, saying, oh man, Bowe, he'll beat the fuck out of Lennox Lewis now. Lennox ain't like that. Lennox Lewis ain't got no chin. And they was hyping Bowe up. And Lennox Lewis, he wanted to smoke. And Bowe chose not to take the smoke. And I think it was because he didn't want to take another L to, Lennox Lewis. He could have beat Lennox Lewis, but he could have lost too.
Pause. Let's stop him again. No, he didn't take the. It was not about an L. He lost to the man already. See, when you get dudes that all they do is sit in front of a computer, they just ramble, they check their phone, they send emails behind the scenes to other goofballs like themselves. The reason why they really never fought is because boxing is a business, right? Um, Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis could have been a big fight, but Riddick Bowe was getting the bags. He was getting bags. Lennox Lewis eventually worked his way up to getting those big bags, right? He was the last undisputed champion, but at the time, and they talk about this now, right? But see, goofy guys like this, they're not going to talk about it because, like I said, they if you listen to them, they're like, I don't want to say slow, but they don't have it all, right? Um, you know the saying that they use in boxing T and the others that's in here, high risk, low reward. That's what Riddick Bowe was in a Lennox Lewis fight. It was a high risk because the man had already, Riddick Bowe pretty much knew Lennox Lewis had his number from the amateur days. So, like I just said, Riddick Bowe went on to have many, many blockbuster, mega payday fights with Holyfield. Had he fought Lennox Lewis and lost, do you think he would have ever got those fights with Holyfield? The trilogy, the epic wars with Holyfield? No, he wouldn't have. But let's move on. He's sipping from his canteen right now. Probably was a little go-go dummy juice in there.
He like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw this bitch in the trash. But let him tell it. He got, other reasons why he threw the belt in the trash and never fought Lennox Lewis. Fuck the belt. You still could have fought him throughout your career, but you never fought him. My man Sid Jappy in the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Salute to you. Salute to my man Sid Jappy. And Coach Amber in the building. She says, EJ believe in fans to buy the fight. Bud does not. Yeah. Real talk. EJ believe in his fans. I mean, he believe in himself. You know what I'm saying? He believes in himself.
Yeah, man. Did you just hear that, man? First, he's like, man, these dudes they have no clue. He said, EJ believes? No, he doesn't. EJ comes on to disrespects his fans. He disrespects goofballs like yourself. And then you get on here. Didn't I tell y'all that yesterday? Or whenever EJ dropped that tweet, I said, yo, he dissed these dudes that idol worshiping him. What they gonna do? They're gonna jump on here and do diss videos towards Bud. Because EJ called them bloggers, clickbaiters. So what they gonna do? They're gonna go at Bud now. And what's going on? They're going at Bud. Look.
That's why he wants this Terrence Crawford fight so bad. To me, with Errol Spence, yeah, he wants to become undisputed, but I think it's even more so now. He wants to fight Terrence Crawford to show everybody that's been saying that he's ducking Terrence Crawford, that he can't beat him. More so now, he just want to beat his ass to prove to everybody that he is the best. That's what the...
Does he want to fight Terrence? All right, let's stop it. Does he want to fight Terrence? Let's rewind it back to 2018. Remember, EJ had on the red hoodie. He could have fought Terrence back then, right? They had, shout out to my man Coach Riley was in there, man. That's Big Baby's coach, for those of y'all that, if you know, right? But for those of y'all that's in here, remember when they was face to face, and I don't want to misquote, but remember Earl said here he's gonna fight Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter, right? Why would he go that route? And what the bus said, oh, you're a smart man. But you see how when it comes to Spence, none of his fans, guys like this guy, the other guy, they don't they that just gets swept underneath the rug. They forget about all of that. Did he want to fight Bud? No, I don't think he ever did. But he's allowed to not fight him, and then he has the YouTube community that will push this right here. They push the propaganda. They push the agenda because it's easy for fights to happen. Floyd Mayweather's on record saying this, and a lot of y'all didn't want to hear when Floyd said it. Where he said fighters go to Al Heyman all the time and say they don't want this fight, they don't want that fight. I wonder who he was referring to. Tom Brown, who is basically the TGB promoter. TGB is on record to saying that the fights get made when the fighters want the fight. But you just heard this Earl Spence fanatic say that Earl Spence wanted to fight. And isn't it on record? See, I have time today. When I have time, I can really give y'all actual logic. Isn't it a known fact that the narrative is that those guys over there are their own boss? They call the shots. So this guy just said that Earl really wants to fight, Ben went to fight. If that is the case, why hasn't the fight happened? They always want to bring it back to Bud is the reason why the fight isn't happening. If these guys are their own boss, and I'm gonna use my man T, man. Me and T are in business. T is my advisor, but I'm the boss. So if I go to T and I say, yo, listen, man, you know what it is. I want this fight. You make this fight happen via how Tank Davis just did. Tank Davis said, yo, listen, I want this Ryan Garcia fight. Y'all gonna make this happen. What happened? The fight got made. So let's just move on some more.
Best fighters are supposed to have a mentality to want to do. Fight the best. If they say that he is the best, well, I want to fight him because I think I'm the best and I want to show it. But it's very, very few fighters in this day and age that still think like that. Wilder thought like that. We know Errol Spence thinks like that. We know that Devin Haney, he's shown that he thinks like that.
Let's stop
Which,
it.
of course,
Yeah, did you see the names that he just ran off? Look, that's what I got. YouTube, the agendas get pushed. He said Wilder thought like that. So what's that say about Tyson Fury then, man? Fight the best. You know, fight the best, right? What does that say about Tyson Fury then? Because to be honest, all three fights, contrary to the 12th round when he got caught slipping, he pretty much dominated Wilder. Well, this guy said Wilder wanted to fight the best. Earl Spence wants to fight the best. He said Devin Haney wants to fight the best. Has Devin Haney fought any of the best? I got a lot of videos on Devin Haney on the channel right now. You see the certain fighters that they push the line for. He said Devin Haney loves to call out, quote unquote, the best. Remember he did it with Gary Russell, knowing he had Gamboa date, that it was locked, signed, sealed, and delivered. But let's move on.
Things like that. The way that Anui, he's moving. He thinks like that. Stephen Fulton, look at how he moved. He thinks like that. Jermell Charlo, he thinks like that. Right? I believe you could say Tyson Fury thinks like that. But for the rest of these dudes, you know what I'm saying? There's a very few fighters in the game that you could really, really point at and say, you know what? This dude, he really believes he the best and he willing to fight any and everybody to show that he the best. Right? Those dudes that I named right off the rip, and I might be missing a couple. I think that Jerron Ennis, he thinks like that, right? And I might have missed a couple, but you know, I can't name everybody, but it's a very select few in boxing today that actually has that way of thinking. The rest of these dudes is motherfucking frauds.
Takes one to know one.
Dudes is frauds.
It takes one to know one. It takes one to know one.
That's why they in the pack, but they ducking and weaving through the pack. You know what I'm talking about? They don't really think like that. They don't
He said, listen, let's stop. He said they in the pack. When it comes to YouTube boxing channel talk, that's how you guys all roll in a pack. You see what I just said? It takes one to know one. He had the audacity to call some of the top fighters in the sport frauds because they don't go with the narrative that he pushes. You named a lot of fraud fighters that you idol worship because their actions don't add up as far as being their own boss, calling their own shots. Y'all listen, I could be on this forever and a day. But see, like I said, I had a little time today, so I felt like having fun. And these dudes would never really mention me because unlike them, I am really active. You know, I just don't do the YouTube thing. You know, I'm just not a YouTuber blogger. You know, I like to come on here because, like I said, for those that know, they know, man. Big things are going on, and I come on here just to see who's who in Whoville. Just to remember how I used to say back in the day, check the temperatures, man. Check the temperatures. But let's finish on.
They believe that they good fighters, but they don't believe they the best, and they not willing to put it on the line against other fighters that say that they the best.
See, when you're really not on the front line, you make a statement like that. When you're in the gyms and you're really around these fighters, I know guys that are I don't want to disrespect them, but they're not world beaters. But they get in that ring and they fight because in their mind they think they can compete with anybody. But there's levels to this. But this guy just sat here and just said, these guys that fight for a living. And please feel free to check out my video I dropped earlier about the bloggers and boxing don't mix. Because of statements like this. This guy is sitting here. First off, he disrespected Tank on his live stream. And Tank would beat the brakes off of this dude if he ever caught him in traffic. Real talk. He questioned Tank's manhood because of Tank having a purse and all of that. But if he seen Tank in real life and Tank had that purse, he would not even address it. This is the truth. But that's enough of this goofy guy. I want to get to another dude, right? Because the topic of this was delusional guys. But this was one of their original leaders that they turned on. Shout out to Raquel Miller's sister. She reposted my joint, man. Love is love, man. Team Pretty B. Shout out to Raquel Miller, man. Let me go to my guy right here, man. These dudes are delusional, man. You got to pay attention to them, man. And shout out to my man Barbershop Conversation. He fell all the way off as far as like a content creator when it comes to boxing. This guy's on record, right? He's on record saying that he don't like boxing no more. So why talk about it, man? Why talk about it? I love how Reggie Owens be killing him. Reggie Owens be tearing him up. But he's on record saying, like, bro, you don't, you know what it is? I think Barbershop wanted to be like a manager. He wanted to be more in the sport of boxing, but like I said, he's a millionaire allegedly. It's so easy to get in the game if you're a millionaire. You should have got into the game, brother. Oh, here it is right here. Look, I'm not going to play too much of this because it's like 30 minutes long.
So we'll sit back and see how this transpires, man. You guys DM me. Matter of fact, I'll do this together. So I'll say Al Heyman and Lil Steven is not the businessmen that they think they are, that you think they are. You give me $1 billion plus $40 million a year from Showtime and Fox, and you get this. I'm just saying. When they gonna announce Earl Spence? When is he fighting? July?
Word.
So you mean to tell me it took October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 9 months for Earl Spence to get into the ring?
All right, let's stop it. See, that's why, remember, he was their favorite. Earl Spence's team members used to go on his channel. The goofy dude I just played, the other guy, they all liked him. Once he started talking, he you know what really happened. He lost his credential, and then he started really exposing their inner secrets, you know, because for the longest he was just like the other goofy dude I was playing. He was a protector. He probably was on salary, you know, getting something underneath the table. They would look out for him, so he would push the agenda for them. But once things went south, he tried to fight Keith Thurman's father at a fight, and he lost his credentials. Then he just went rogue. He turned into what's my man's name from the Matrix? Remember the rogue agent, Mr. Smith. He turned into Agent Smith. The one I used to always be like, Mr. Anderson, the one that tried to control the Matrix. That's barbershop right now. But let's let him flow on.
When they find out Terrence Crawford had a fight, speak now, forever hold your peace, man. You know what I mean? And I'll say this, PBC fighters, man, y'all can't get mad at media if you're not gonna hold Al Heyman accountable. I'm just gonna say that he's just stripping y'all of y'all prime. Look at Jared Hurd last week. Look at Tony Harrison. Look at
let me stop it.
Let's see what
J-Rock. This dude been watching the source and trying to steal my moves forever. Even trying to riff like me. Yo, how my man said in the 5 Heartbeats, Eddie Kane said, you even trying to riff like me. He knows I've been telling y'all this for years. Shout out to my man T-Dog. T-Dog will tell you, when we was doing the Jack Talk podcast in the studios, I used to always say, like, yo, these dudes do not add up. And I was early in the game then. I wasn't the media marketing agent that I am now. But I was hands-on, doing a lot behind the scenes. And I would say to myself, like, something, just stay right. Like, a lot of stuff didn't really add up. But let's move on.
Said this. You all remember when J-Rock said this? Let's see. Who do you
want to fight? Anybody? You can fight anyone. Honestly, right now, I'm going to get some elder. So you're studio, we said, get back in the ring like sometime in this.
Busy. I want to be active.
Inactivity.
That's the biggest thing. You know, inactivity is a career killer. That's what he says.
Yo, you see my video on that, right?
It's just awful, man, what's happening to PBC. Y'all fighting once a year in silence. But if a YouTuber says something bad about you,
man.
Lord.
Man.
Lord. God forbid, World War III on the internet. Everybody making money.
Yo, T, how they got at me when I called them out? I was the YouTuber.
Yeah, man, so Al Heyman is a complete failure.
How they get at me, T, when I called them out?
A complete failure. They set this promotion up to fail. They're only going to sell 4,000 or 5,000 tickets, and everyone else.
He be telling all their secrets now. Look,
it is business 101. Don't compete with.
He tells all their secrets now. He turned into the mad YouTuber.
The NFL.
He turned into the mad YouTuber, yo.
Both of them. They competed with the NFL on the Sunday night, and they competing with March Madness on the Saturday night.
Wow.
Crazy. So you're going to convince fans not to watch the games on the other side of the coast.
Wow.
And guess what? Guess who's running the March Madness? The same company that's putting on this fight.
CBS.
Paramount Global, CBS.
That's correct.
Which is now a subsidy of Paramount.
Sometimes you got to listen to this dude. See, he spills the beans.
Match?
He never did this before.
When hypothetically, I'm giving you guys, it's 10 cents on the dollar to promote
let's stop
a boxing match versus.
Remember, he was their favorite, bro. He don't even do lives no more, man. Yeah, remember? Yeah, he was their favorite, man. He used to be their favorite, man. But like I said, things weren't left for him. And now he's the mad YouTuber. But he's telling all their dirty secrets. And a lot of these YouTube channels, they used to look up to this guy, man. Because he was the one always getting the interviews. the fighters would go to his platform. But then, right when things went left for him, and then he was like he was like the source for a second. Remember when they tried to blackball me and exile me? But look how I turned out, right? But once they exiled him, and then they was telling fighters not to interview him, don't mess with him. The PBC fighters, he couldn't even function no more. Now look at him. Look at him now, though, man. Told you I had time today, man. I had time today, and you see how I want to speak on this too, right? Before I shut this down, right? These YouTube channel dudes are so like lost with it, right? They will say that they think they're that important that they be like, yo, they're not letting me monetize my channel. Yo, they don't let me monetize my stuff. And I don't even do views like that. It's just not you. It's just that's just how YouTube is set up. If you're on your platform cursing and you're using derogatory language, your channel is always going to be under review for the ads and all that, man. So these dudes really be thinking they got such a voice in boxing. Like, check this out. If you really had a voice in boxing, how I always was stressing this. I'm gonna close on this. For all you so-called super channels that claim y'all got a voice, y'all claim y'all call shots and do this, get a fighter signed, man. Get a fighter looked at. Get a fighter a sponsorship, an endorsement deal. Get a fighter something other than a super chat on your channel, other than a narrative, other than an agenda that you're pushing on your channel. You know? Well, let's let Fred Barbershop, aka the Mad YouTuber, go in some more.
$100 is 10 cents to promote for advertisers to promote at Caleb Plant, David Benavidez versus $1 to promote at March Madness. Where are they spending their man hours to go seek advertising dollars? For March Madness. Exactly right. And 170,000 people only watch Tony Harrison, man. This is dumb, man. They just destroyed boxing, man.
Damn, hold on, let's stop it there. Did you hear that? But they're not reporting that, man. That's why they really try to mute his mic. He's telling now, but he listen. Now I should use the word that the other guy used. He's snitching. He's not snitching, he's telling. See, it's a difference. He's telling. When you snitch, somebody's going to jail. He's telling the truth now. That's what he's doing. He's telling the truth because he's scorned. You know, he lost his credentials. He's not privileged no more.
They had the blueprint with HBO. They had the blueprint. HBO had a hell of a run, man. And Al Heyman had the blueprint of how to run a promotional company through Bob Arum. He taught you. You guys don't like it, but Bob Arum outlasted everybody. Don King, Butch Lewis, so on and so forth, man. And but y'all go on and continue to believe what you believe. And Al and the PBC fighters.
I knew how important this was for our team. Our team, chill.
Take this off. All right, and you guys were asking me about Adrian Broner. Shit, what else is up? You know what I mean? Like, Adrian Broner had to do what he had to do. He ain't fought in 2 years. He got to create a play.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
But it's just the fact that when you look at the video that I'm doing, you got two black men who should be at the top of this. I think Don King had the greatest comment in modern sports history. And Mike Tyson, he had the greatest Mexican comment in sports history, and Chavez Sr. Al Heyman had the greatest fighter of this era that made the most money and got $1 billion. And they're on the wrong side of this game financially. How is that humanly possible? Do you understand? Only God knows what Don King would have done with $1 billion. Al Heyman had $1 billion.
Yeah, he's telling. He's telling.
I
Look,
gotta put that in perspective. $1 billion, and now his fighters aren't fighting.
facts. Facts.
But he gonna start knocking y'all big contracts off. Louis DeCoopus will be calling, as he's calling you now. He's probably just got off the phone with somebody. And I appreciate all the PBC fighters that hit me up and be like, hey, Louis DeCoopus just called me, man. He just offered me half of what I got. I appreciate y'all hitting me up. And Louis DeCoopus is making these phone calls. And
yeah, he's telling.
I will anticipate some DAZN cross matches coming up second half of next year.
He's telling.
I can see a lot of that with Golden Boy. I can see. Oh, we just saw.
That's why. Yeah, that's why they don't like him no more, because he's telling.
But if you guys want consistent pay,
look, listen,
you guys got to go over the top rank. I didn't say it'll be more.
Listen,
but it will be more because
yes,
you
it
twice.
will.
So
he's telling.
Consistent schedule.
Yeah, look, he's telling. Yo, that's why. Listen, the community channels, they don't rock with him no more, because he took the deal, right? He took the deal. He lost his credentials. Now he's telling. He's telling, man. He's going against the code. He said that they should go to top rank, right? That's a code breaker. They're not supposed to go to top rank. You heard what he said? You get more money. You get more money. But remember, what was always the narrative? They get more money over there. How? They're only fighting once a year. Pay attention.
Like Devin Haney, who signed his first fight was June 3rd. He became undefeated, and will be fighting for pound supremacy against Lomachenko for undisputed May 20th. He had all this in 350 days. He conquered all of this, which is less than a year. I don't want to say calendar, because then you guys start counting from January. So those are my thoughts, man. And maybe I'll just do some wrap-up videos like this, man, and do some spontaneous stuff throughout the day. But boxing is, I'm losing my love for boxing, because ain't no, but May, I'll be back in May, though. We got some big ones in May.
Yeah, I'm stopping it right there. Yeah, my man he's a delusional. See, the topic tonight was about delusional guys, right? Yeah, he's another one. He said he's losing his love for boxing, but he loves talking about it. Yeah, he loves giving out all their secrets, man. But listen, man, feel free to like, share, subscribe. This is the Source Experience. Yo, girls. What's for dinner tonight, girls? What we headed to?
I don't know.
What's for dinner?
We don't know.
Come on, we gotta go make a run. Are y'all ready to make a run?
Nope.
Are y'all ready to make a run?
Nope.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for shout out to NYT. Nah, not tonight. Not tonight. Shout out to Fistiana Fights, Al Money, NYT, Pablo Escobar. If I'm forgetting somebody, please forgive me. But with that being said, we are going to wrap this up. Zaga!
Yaga, everybody!
You know the vibes.
You know about the holla.
Holla. Let's close out with Ring Girl. Y'all know Ring Girl, right?
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimuhelua. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.